What if I told you that these forgotten palaces, once home to some of the richest American families, were left to rot and decay for decades? And what if I told you today, right now, they represent one of the most insane real estate investment opportunities in the entire country? I'm talking about buying properties for $10,000, investing another $30,000 in renovations, and walking away with a property worth over $230,000. Doesn't that sound amazing? This is the story of Detroit Millionaires Row. I'm Paul Mihalowicz, and by the end of this video, you're going to understand why smart investors are rushing to this neighborhood right now. Let me take you back to the late 1800s. Detroit is booming. We're talking about the height of the Industrial Revolution. Lumber barons, automotive pioneers, industrial titans, they're all making massive fortunes, and they need somewhere to live to show off their wealth. Enter Edmund Ashkin Brush. He develops this neighborhood called Brush Park, and quickly it earns the name, the Little Paris of the Midwest. And I'm not exaggerating when I say this was incredible. Over 300 unique mansions, not cookie cutter houses. We're talking about one-of-a-kind architectural masterpieces, designed by the world's best architects, Victorian, Queen Anne. Each mansion was designed to outdo the others. Ornate turrets, stained glass windows, hand-carved woodwork, curved staircases. These homes were insane. This wasn't just a neighborhood. It was a statement, a symbol of power, wealth, and prestige. Grand religious structures, like Temple Bethel, stood alongside mansions. These streets were alive with horse-drawn carriages that eventually gave way for the first automobiles. This was Detroit at its peak. Think about this, over 300 mansions, 4 decades of construction, the finest architects in the world competing to create the most impressive homes. This wasn't just a neighborhood, it was a monument to America's Gilded Age, the Little Paris of the Midwest. And honestly, it lived up to the name. The elegance, the sophistication, the sheer beauty reveled anything you'd find in Europe. The social elite gathered here for dinner parties, galas, and celebrations. Brush Park was the place to be in Detroit. But here's the thing about golden ages. They don't last forever. The automobile, Detroit's greatest invention, the thing that made this city famous all over the world. That same invention, it destroyed Millionaires Row. Think about it. Once wealthy families could drive, they didn't need to live in the city anymore. They could move to sprawling suburban estates with bigger lots, more privacy, and more amenities. And then these grand mansions, they were expensive to maintain. And a lot of them at that time didn't even have electricity. So what happened? They got divided into apartments and boarding houses for factory workers. Then the Great Depression hit. Detroit just got hammered. The neighborhood fell into serious decline. Maintenance stopped, and decay accelerated. Through the 50s and the 60s, these architectural treasures just rotted. Windows boarded up, roofs collapsed. The neighborhood that once symbolized incredible wealth now represented urban decay. And then guess what happened? The city decided to build Fisher Freeway right through the neighborhood. Dozens of mansions were demolished. The community was literally cut in half. Detroit's population crashed. From 1950 to 2000, the city lost over 60% of its residents. And the wealthiest, most educated families, they left first. Hundreds of these mansions were demolished. Some for safety reasons, which makes sense. Some to make parking lots. Some just because nobody cared anymore. Where these great mansions once stood, there was just nothing. Empty lots, weeds, urban prairie, architectural treasures were just gone. By the 70s and the 80s, Brush Park had become synonymous with everything wrong with Detroit. Crime, blight, abandonment. The few remaining mansions were covered with graffiti, stripped of anything valuable. By the late 90s, Brush Park was a ghost town, a wasteland, a painful reminder for what Detroit lost. It seemed like the story was over, but it wasn't. Because here's the thing about Detroit. This is a city of comebacks. And in 2005, something remarkable happened. The city announced a $70 million revitalization plan for Brush Park. The work began. Historic preservation experts, architects, construction crews, they started the painstaking process of saving these architectural treasures. And then came the turning point. Nicole Curtis and her show rehab addict, took on the restoration of the Ramson Gillis Mansion. Suddenly, the whole country was watching the Detroit comeback story. The transformation was absolutely stunning. What had been a crumbling ruin became a masterpiece again. But this wasn't just about restoring old mansions. New homes were built too. Modern architecture designed to complement the historic structures, a neighborhood being reborn. And then life returned. Families moved in, cafes opened. The streets that had been empty for decades were alive again. Inside these restored homes, the original grandeur was preserved. Ornate woodwork, stained glass, soaring ceilings, all brought back to life, but with modern amenities. Today, Brush Park is a testament to resilience, vision, and the power of historic preservation. But here's what you need to know. This revival, it's created one of the most incredible investment opportunities in the country right now. Let me show you the numbers. The median listing price in Brush Park right now is $698,000, and that's trending up. Year over year, prices have increased by over 3%. But here's when it gets interesting. There are still deals to be found. I'm talking about historic homes that you can purchase for as little as $10,000. Invest another $30,000 into renovations. That's a total investment of $40,000. And the potential value is over $230,000. That's a 475% return on investment. Just let that sink in for a second. Or take the Rose Estate, for example. It's an 8,000 square foot mansion. It was purchased in 2023 for $518,000. Today, its estimated worth is over $800,000. That's a massive gain in just 2 years. And the location is unbeatable. Brush Park sits right between downtown and midtown Detroit. You're literally minutes from everything the city has to offer. Now let's compare this to similar neighborhoods around the country. Let's say Brooklyn, New York. You're paying $1.2 million. In San Francisco, you'd pay $1.5 million. And then on the East Coast in Boston, at least $900,000. In Brush Park, $698,000 median. That's half the price or less. With its prime location, historic charm, and rising property values, Brush Park just isn't a place to live. It's an investment in the future of one of America's great cities. All right, so if you made it this far, I know you're interested in learning more about investment opportunities. So here's what I've done. I've put together a comprehensive free guide that walks you through everything you need to know about investing in Detroit's historic real estate. We're talking about how to find the right properties, navigating the renovation process, working with historic preservation requirements, maximizing your return on investment, avoiding common mistakes, and really a whole lot more. All you have to do is click on the link in the description below and download your free guide. No cost, no catch, just valuable information to help you get started. And while you're down there, make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. I'm covering stories like this every week, showing you where the smart money is going, uncovering hidden real estate opportunities, and breaking down investment strategies that actually work. If you found this video valuable, smash that like button. It helps the algorithm show this to more people who need to see it. Also, drop a comment below. Have you invested in Detroit real estate? Are you thinking about it? What questions do you have? I read every single comment, and I'll reply to as many as I can. Thanks so much for watching. Download that free guide, subscribe to the channel. See you on the next one.